And even though it was super hard and I didn't understand in the moment, now I'm like, damn, like it really wasn't. None of that was wasted. Thank you for doing that to me. Like, no, for real. Thank you for anyone who's ever caused me pain, because like it made me who I am. Having your dreams handed to you on a silver platter and then realizing that, oh shit, what did I get myself into? You have to need it so bad. That's your entire body. Like nothing matters. You can't eat, you can't sleep. And mind you, yes, take care of yourself, but that is the kind of obsession it takes.
Hi. Tell the people who you are, what you do.
Hold on, I need some water.
Okay. Yeah, let me get a bottle too. I'm gonna be talking too.
Hi, my name is Sacred Sigil. You can call me DJ, but my business name and my stage name is Sacred Sigil or Sacred or Sigil, whatever you want. I don't know. I don't care. Hi. I am an artist of many different kinds. I do all different kinds of things. My big thing and my big message to spread to everyone else is that like there's never one thing. We shouldn't box ourselves in. Keep experimenting, keep playing, keep doing things that excite you and inspire you, because that's literally what life is about. I think it's so silly to like just be one thing. That being said, tattooing is definitely my favorite of all the things that I do.
So yeah, right now in this season, what are you building brick by brick?
Really just trying to focus on building a safe space that people can come to. I think a lot of the tattoo scene and the community is very gatekeepy, and myself and a lot of people that I've met have had pretty bad experiences just in the setting of like, you know, setting and the vibes, the music, the people present, the energy in the room. Somebody like me is very, very sensitive to that. And I was like, I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. And through just like connecting and talking with a lot of other people, I was like, you know, when I had the chance to start building a studio, as a main focus for me is really making sure I have a safe space for people to come to, that they feel held and understood and seen, and you know, not like there's chaos going around them in the shop or somebody's looking over their shoulder, or you know, it's just the biggest thing is a safe space and then building a community off of that safe space. And just a small group, you know, like I'm not for everyone, and I know that, and I actually love that about myself. Yeah. I'm not for everyone, and I want it that way. I don't want to be just somebody that's like wants. How do I explain that? I'm not, obviously this is a private studio. It's not a walk-in space. And it's not, you are not a transaction to me. That is what I'm trying to say. And yes, we all have to make money. We all have to make a living. But that's another huge focus for me, is not making you feel like you're just in and out of the door and just money to me, because it is so much more than that to me. And I know it's more than that to a lot of other people out there. And I want to make you feel like you can come back here. Like when life is hitting you really hard, this is somewhere that you can come and relax, and I can hold you and your energy and give you whatever advice I'm able to give you. And, you know, just tattooing in itself is very therapeutic. I've tattooed myself quite a bit, but it's a good release in itself. And I'm trying to bring back meaning into tattooing. There's so much like surface level, mediocre, same old stuff that we're seeing a lot of the time. And I want to make a space and art that speaks to people, not just, wow, that's cool, you know? Nah, it's more than that. It's more than that to me. So, yeah.
From the outside, what do people think your success looks like?
How do you win?
I guess, what do people think your what you do, what it looks like the day to day of it as a tattoo artist, or like the misconceptions, I guess. when it comes
I
to
think there's a huge misconception around like you constantly need to like work yourself into the ground to produce, produce, produce. That is very like capitalistic thinking. And, you know, we were all raised that way. So it's a hard thing to break out of. And it's a hard thing to not be so hard on yourself, you know? And I'm still so hard on myself. Like that's still something I'm trying to work towards. But I definitely think there is an unrealistic idea that people have that a lot of tattoo artists are just constantly always drawing and always do like no 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 no. Like I think the key to even not even just a tattooer is being a good artist is finding a balance and learning how to go with that flow and to stop when you need to stop and listen to your body, listen to what your mind needs, you know, and in doing that you will have so much more abundance in a creative way, you know, like if you're not nourishing yourself or taking care of yourself or knowing when to stop, that's going to be your downfall.
what's a moment in the last 1 to 2 years where you seriously thought about quitting? Walk me into that day. What happened?
I think multiple times I thought about quitting. So many times. I'd say it's probably after the first apprenticeship that I really had no choice but to leave. It turned, as I like to say, into an episode of Being Girls 2, and I think I'm just gonna leave it there. But it was hard because I helped to create this space, and I was a huge part of helping things come together. And I felt like my dreams were finally coming true, and like I got to be like I had a hand in making that happen, and it was so amazing and such a beautiful experience. But it was like the most heartbreaking thing ever having to walk away from it. And it was my choice, but it was necessary, especially for my own mental sanity. But it was heartbreaking. It was like one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I literally created the space for myself. I made my station, and I thought, you know, we were all on the same page. So yeah, that was I wanted to quit, especially like it was really hard getting my money back. I spent thousands of dollars and every single promise that was made to me was taken right back. And it was hard. Thank gosh I got most of it back. But it wasn't easy. It was like pulling teeth, which was just unnecessary. And in that time, I think I was really, really down on myself. It was really hard to see any kind of silver lining. It was like having your dreams handed to you on a silver platter and then realizing that, oh shit, what did I get myself into?
What were some of the thoughts you had on loop the day you knew you had to leave?
Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? Yeah.
Is there anything that you can think of that you would say you were the most ashamed to admit to anyone at that time?
Hmm. I think that was the thing. I don't think I was ever shameful about like any part of myself. I was very upfront about who I was and what I would and would not tolerate. And when the basic decency, the basic human respect went out the window, the second I expressed concern, you know, it's never okay for someone that loves and cares about you to put you in a situation like that. And I knew that. It's one thing to recognize. It's another thing to walk away from. It's two very, very different.
What part of your mental health surprised you the most about doing this work?
I am so much stronger than I thought I was. And it surprised me that I taught myself how to pull myself up out of it and not just sit in it. Like I'm at a point now where I can move through things. I can move through those heavy feelings. I can move through those emotions. I can move through that self-doubt you know, and it's not swallowing me whole. And enough so to where I'm actually able to start making art about it, which is a whole new thing for me too. Very cool to be, and scary to be that vulnerable with people. But I think it, I'm really glad, like, honestly, thank you for doing that to me. Like, no, for real. Thank you for anyone who's ever caused me pain. Cause like it made me who I am. I am as strong as I am and aware as I am and knowledgeable as I am because of all the assholes. So thank you. I appreciate it. It builds character, and it's healing for me to work through and to be able to teach other people how to do it and to not let it consume you and just think that all hope is lost and that, you know, we're all doomed, because that's never the case. And I think, you know, even at my lowest point, I wanted to completely give up. There's something in the back of my head that just wouldn't let me stop. No, I can't explain it. It's like there's this sound on TikTok. I'll have to see if I can find it. I think I have it saved in my sounds. I haven't found the right thing to use it with yet, but it talks about like the obsession. Like it has to be an obsession. You have to want it. You have to need it more than you fucking want it to breathe. You have to need it so bad. That's your entire body. Like nothing matters. You can't eat. You can't sleep. And mind you, yes, take care of yourself. But that is the kind of obsession it takes. And there will be days and nights where you don't eat, you don't sleep, because you're just drawing and writing, and just let it come out. Because the more you suppress that and the more you try to shrink yourself to make everyone else comfortable, like how are we supposed to help each other if you do that? Like, what the fuck, man? Yeah. It costs you a lot. You have to kill the old version of you. I lost everyone, and lost is not the right word. I had to walk away from pretty much everyone that I had around in me in my life. I know a lot of people that didn't, and then still have some connections now. But I think that was a cost, because I hadn't met anyone that could explain that to me, that was really there, you know, that could be like, you're probably going to lose every single person. And to, you know, in that moment, it feels like loss, which is why I'm saying it like that. It's really a gain, but you don't realize that until much, much later, you know? So I think it's just realizing that, and being misunderstood, you know, like you're going to have to be okay with being misunderstood. I was bullied a lot of my life. So I had come to the conclusion very early on, like they're going to talk shit. They're going to judge you. They're going to do everything they're going to do anyways. So that's why you should just do it. You know, like they're going to be who they're going to be. And there has to be some kind of balance in this world. So be on the good side of the scale, you know? Don't add to the negative shit. Let them do their shit.
If I gave you a scoreboard that wasn't money or followers, what would you actually track to know you're winning?
But how many people I just inspire, you know, and just want to keep coming back. And just, I don't know. I like lighting people up from the inside. Some people just need an extra little push. So a cool thing about a lot of what I do is alchemy in my work. I'm working through things, alchemizing into something beautiful, especially pain. And yeah, I keep getting self-conscious that I'm on camera right now. Like I'm being recorded. Suddenly I forget everything.
Happens to the best of them.
Okay.
This is why I do interviews.
But I mean, yeah, that's such a good question. I like that question a lot, because it's not about the money or the follower count when it comes down to it, you know? And that's why it's so important. Like your character is so important. Who you are. Like, don't just talk about it. Be about it. Like, for real. Don't be just saying stuff just to say it, because people watch. And I'm telling you, people that are locked in and they pay attention like I do, they won't trust you. You know, it's a very obvious when somebody is not being authentic to themselves. Um, but yeah, it has a lot to do with it. So I think as long as I keep authentically being myself and just giving out good energy and doing what I can for everybody else, the money, the followers, those are just extra things.
There's someone watching this who's in that same I might quit season you described earlier. I want you to look at them for a second and say, what would you tell them that you wish someone had told you?
I mean, and it's not all for nothing. All the love, all the effort that you made, all the things that you did that you think failed or didn't work out, they didn't work out for a reason. And all that love and all that effort and all that time, it will be returned back to you. You got to trust and believe that. And you got to trust and believe in yourself because nobody is going to do it for you. Even on the hardest days. I can't tell you how many times I got up and, I wasn't taking care of myself. I was drinking too much. I took drugs. I was very careless. And I'd wake up and I would still do it. I would still force myself through it and get myself through those days and be like, no, I'm going to make at least one piece of art, And in those seasons of healing, be gentle with yourself too. Because when I wanted to quit, I wasn't taking care of myself. Wasn't being kind to my body, and for a long time, I didn't realize like how much, you're going out every single night, having one or two beers. It's, one or two doesn't seem like a lot, but over time, it's a lot. And alcohol makes you very, very depressed. And I already deal with like seasonal depression and stuff like that. So I get it, especially right now. I'm here with you. I think it's learning how to work through it and not let yourself sit in it. And by that, I mean, like when you feel like that, when you feel like giving up, like when you just want to drop everything, you feel like you have no fuel. I don't care. Pick up the paper, pick up the pen, pick up the camera, pick up something and just let it out. Even if it makes no sense, even if it sounds terrible, even if it looks like the worst thing you ever made, like, there's somebody out there that needs that. There are people out there that need you and they need your art and they need the energy that you bring on this planet. Nothing is all for nothing. Just trust that. Like it's never all for nothing. And I think I believed that for so long. I was like, what a waste. What a fucking waste. Like, damn. All that love, all that time, all that effort. And I think that was a big thing about walking away from the first apprenticeship. I was like, damn, dude. Huge lesson in learning how to just like, yes, I spent all this time and put so much love and effort into this space. But I remember the day I left, I had tears in my eyes and I looked around at all the work that I had painted on the walls. And I gave it a kiss goodbye. And even though it was super hard and I didn't understand in the moment, now I'm like, damn, like it really wasn't. None of that was wasted. And I know that my intentions and my heart were good when I did those things. So no matter what the chaos was around me or all that stuff that happened where I didn't have a choice but to walk away, it taught me one of the biggest lessons of my life. And it's just that, like, it's never wasted. It really is never wasted. And you got to get yourself out of that like mental loop of being like, it's fucked. It's all ruined. I wasted my time. I wasted my life. No. You did not waste anything. And it's a very human thing to react that way, but please don't get stuck there. It doesn't help you and it doesn't help anybody else around you. And I know it seems really impossible with like everything that's happening, but we are here to create. I can't tell how many people I mean. I wish I could draw. Just pick up the pen. Like, who said you couldn't? Why? Because they said your line wasn't straight? Because our glorified prisons that we all grew up in decided how to dictate how we even create things? Fuck them. Like, this is where like experiment and play and like stop taking yourself so seriously, first of all, but like let yourself have fun. Like be 5 again. Collage with weird shit that doesn't make sense. More of that, because that is what life is about. And no matter what the hell is going on elsewhere, as long as you have that, you're going to be okay. I promise.
I close this out. I want you to finish this sentence. You're not behind, you're
Exactly where you need to.